The Prince of Egypt. From beginning to end, this movie is a showcase of everything great about filmmaking, storytelling, and the power of faith. The opening song, Deliver Us, paired with the visuals and animation, make a powerful short film unto itself, introducing us to the Israelites in their grave situation and Moses' family and how God orchestrated his life from the very early on. The music's wide utilization of instruments and vocals sets the bar and stage for the rest of the film. Following that, we are introduced to Moses and his adopted brother Ramesses years later. The dynamic of their relationship leaves the viewer bittersweet, seeing the deep care they have for one another but knowing the fallout to come. Val Kilmer and Ralph Fiennes give really great performances as the two. Their chemistry through the emotional highs and lows of the story and their individual arcs. Then, moving into Moses discovering his Hebrew heritage, including another amazing song, All I Ever Wanted, and his inner turmoil in this realization is another favorite of mine. During this, we also get a beautifully animated yet terrifying sequence embracing different styles inspired by the wall art frequently seen in Egyptian culture, as we see Pharaoh's past actions killing the firstborn sons of the Hebrew slaves. As Moses wrestles with this newfound information, he inadvertently kills an Egyptian guard while protecting a slave. The harrowing and impactful sequence leaves Moses at his lowest, fleeing everything he knows. As he wanders the desert, we receive more of the powerful music score composed by Hans Zimmer. In the years following, Moses is able to start a new life and find a new family. Midianite Jethro shows him a new perspective on his life through the song Through Heaven's Eyes. It's so hard to pick, but this might be my favorite song in the movie. Not only is it applicable to Moses' life, but the powerful words can be applied to viewers' lives as well. After some time, we join Moses as God appears to him through the burning bush. The music here is some of my favorite. It conveys the peace and beauty of God and also the magnificence and majesty that he carries. Moses receives his mission and eagerly returns to his wife, Zipporah. The excitement on display radiates, even without any spoken dialogue. It is a powerful moment for someone to see a reaction to an experience with God. The two return to Egypt together to carry out God's mission. As God speaks through Moses with his miracles and plagues, the fallout between Moses and Ramesses begins, escalating to devastating outcomes that leave lasting impacts on them both. The Song of the Plagues is terrifying as we see God's wrath poured out on Egypt. Moses and Ramesses' exchanged words are heartbreaking as Ramesses' heart continues to harden. As Pharaoh finally relents, letting the Israelites leave, we get another contender for one of my favorite songs in the movie, When You Believe. The great exodus begins, but it's not long before the Egyptians pursue them. In probably the most beautifully animated sequence of the film, God sends a pillar of fire down from heaven and parts the Red Sea so the Israelites can cross and escape. It's an awe-inspiring moment that I'm sure was even more astounding back when it took place. Finally free, we get a reprise of When You Believe and Deliver Us from the Israelites as Moses delivers the Ten Commandments from God. Though this is only a small piece of the Israelite story, it is a beautifully told one through this film. It's not 100% historically accurate, but the movie's not trying to be, even giving a disclaimer about this before it begins. My most recent viewing has far moved the movie up on my list of favorites. The performances, animation, music, and production are all done with such passion that transcends the screen. And the fact that this epic story is packed into a less than 2-hour movie is a testament to its execution. If you are yet to see this movie, you're missing out on one of the greatest animated films that continues to stand the test of time. I cannot recommend this masterpiece enough.